A very good evening and welcome to the weekend. From wherever you're watching us from, this is Lookup Weekend, and we are ready to bring you comprehensive stories across our 47 counties and beyond. I'm Nancy Nelima, and the sign language interpreter for tonight is Felista Adundo. Before we get into it, here are our top stories. Tonight on Lookup Weekend.
The charged member is hereby expelled from the party effective from the date of this decision.
Murathe Kioni out as Jubilee wrangles intensify ahead of the planned party's NDC.
The financial year 2022-2023 is coming to a close in 1.5 months, yet the National Treasury has not disbursed 94.35 billion to counties to facilitate implementation of county budgets.
Crisis in the counties as National Treasury fails to release equitable revenue share.
Silaha zote ambazo zimerudishwa ni bunduki 148.
And at least 148 guns recovered since the inception of the commercial uhalifu operation as government intensifies the exercise. Welcome to the broadcast. This is Lookup Weekend, coming to you across all our social media platforms at Lookuptv on Facebook, Lookuptv on Twitter, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. You can also send in your comments and your feedback, which I'll be sampling in the course of this broadcast. Let's begin. A total of 148 guns have been recovered so far in the commercial uhalifu operation in the North Rift. On Friday, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki suspended Samburu Assistant Chief after stolen animals were recovered in his homestead. Kindiki has reiterated that the government is committed to restoring security in the volatile regions. Samia Dika opens the bulletin tonight.
Uhalifu operation under the Joint Security Forces intensifies in the north. 72 livestock that were stolen last week in Samburu County have been recovered today. During a security check in the county, Interior CS Kithure Kindiki has sent home the Assistant Chief of Mukemar sublocation after stolen livestock were found in his homestead.
Leo serikali imemsimamisha kazi naibu wa chief wa sublocation ya Mukemar ambaye anaitwa Charles Lopoda amesimamishwa kazi, na vile sheria imetolewa ya kumtia mbaroni leo na atafikishwa mahakamani siku ya Jumatatu.
96 guns that were under illegal possession have been recovered in Samburu County, bringing the total number of illegal firearms recovered from the 6 counties of the North Rift since the onset of the operation to 148.
Silaha zote ambazo zimerudishwa ni bunduki 148. Na ile county inaongoza katika kupeana bunduki ambazo zimekuwa mikononi mwa wananchi bila kibali ya serikali. Samburu County ndio iko number 1 kwa ile bunduki imerejeshwa.
The Interior CS has called on all county commissioners to be actively involved in the security operations, noting that 31 arrests have so far been made in relation to the banditry groups.
Anybody supporting bandits, anybody supporting livestock rustling, anybody supporting the murder of innocent people, your days are numbered. We are going to get you arrested and prosecuted, whoever you are.
Equipping KPR officers with NHIF cards, a full uniform and a stipend has been fronted as plans that the government is set to implement so as to curb the historical livestock banditry in the north.
Rais ameagiza ya kwamba tutafute bilioni 20 ya kuhakikisha tumewaongezea ndege, magari, silaha na vifaa vya kujilinda. Tumekuwa na visa vya kupoteza maafisa wetu wa usalama na wamepigwa na hao magaidi once in a while. That must come to an end.
Samedika, Lookuptv.
Now the country is staring at a total shutdown of the county government's operations and a halt of critical services, the Treasury is set to disburse equitable revenue owed to all the 47 devolved units. The Council of Governors Chair Anne Waiguru says the national government is dragging to release over 94 billion shillings, a situation that has crippled key functions at the county level. And as a reporter Henry Tende now files, there's a major tussle going on between the counties and the national government over the running of functions of the health sector, with the government seemingly not ready to fully let go of this devolved function.
The country is staring at a total shutdown of county government operations and a halt of critical services as the National Treasury yet again fails to disburse equitable revenue share to various counties. The Council of Governors is now up in arms, accusing the government of turning a blind eye to the pleas of the 47 devolved units.
The financial year 2022-2023 is coming to a close in 1.5 months, yet the National Treasury has not disbursed 94.35 billion to counties to facilitate implementation of county budgets. We urge the National Treasury to expedite the release of all pending monies owed to the counties as agreed in the framework.
Such critical services is the health sector. This is a sector that both the county governments and the national government want to control, with a push and pull between the two levels of government over the funding and the running of the sector, threatening to cripple this crucial public utility, in effect endangering the lives of millions of Kenyans who rely on it.
There is a crisis in the implementation of devolved health services due to deliberate steps by the Ministry of Health to claw back on the health function, thus derailing the gains made since 2013.
Already COG Chair Anne Waiguru has warned the lack of funds has left public hospitals in various counties in bad shape. There is no servicing of fundamental medical equipment and the supply of medicines has stopped. This situation expected to worsen if the funds delay even further.
The country is staring at a crisis, with over 121 health facilities grinding to a halt due to lack of maintenance and service of the equipment occasioned by the expiry of the MES contracts.
Numerous engagements between the council and the national government have failed to solve the funding problems, even as questions remain over the government's political goodwill to enhance devolution.
We note with concern that all engagements and agreements made between the Ministry of Health and the Council of Governors have been bluntly disregarded, and there is clear demonstration of a lack of goodwill from the Ministry of Health.
The Council of Governors are now adamant the national government must stop interfering with the functions devolved to counties.
The Council of Governors calls upon the Ministry of Health to desist from clawing back the health function and stop invading the roles of county governments.
The governors have in the same breath appealed to foreign funders to fund counties directly, especially on health and agriculture.
We urge development partners to also cease from colluding, supporting and funding the national government ministries and interventions on functions that are devolved. This is especially predominant in the Health Department and Agriculture Department.
It is still not clear when the government will release the funds, with counties in intensive care unit in the wake of acute lack of funds. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
And now to some politics. The Kanini Kega faction of the Jubilee Party has expelled David Murathe and Jeremiah Kioni. Kanini Kega has now warned that President Uhuru Kenyatta, if he goes on to hold the NDC, then the decisions arrived at will not be legally binding. Jeremiah Kioni, however, insists that the NDC will go on as planned, as Brian Waina reports.
Muhimu sana zisitizwe kwa sababu wengi wanauliza.
Wrangles within the Jubilee Party continue to rise to higher heights with each passing day. The former ruling party, that's led by retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, is divided in two, with a faction of the outfit announcing the expulsion of a section of members allied to President Kenyatta. Led by Iala MP Kanini Kega, the faction declared that Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni, alongside Vice Chairman David Murathe, has been expunged from the party.
A, the charged member is hereby expelled from the party effective from the date of this decision. B, no order as to the cost. The second complaint of 2023, that is Jubilee Party versus Honorable David Murathe. The charged member was found guilty of both charges. Article 14.4 of the party constitution stipulates that A, the charged member is hereby expelled from the party effective from the date of this decision, and B, no order as to the cost.
Kioni has been expelled from the party on grounds of gross misconduct, and
2, he lacked respect for the party organs. The charged member, by assuming duties which are clear and expressly the express provision vested upon other organs and officials of the party. C, he failed and neglected to carry out his duties as directed by the party. The member failed to call a NEC meeting as expected of his duties under this constitution.
Kega says that Jubilee National Treasurer Kagwe Gishohi has been suspended for 2 years. Murathe has been asked for gross misconduct, while Gishohi has been suspended for allegedly refusing to carry out the party's instructions and not respecting the party's headquarters.
The third complaint of 2023, that is Jubilee Party versus Mr. Kagwe Gishohi. The charged member was found guilty of all the 3 charges of A, gross misconduct, B, failing, refusing, or neglecting to carry out directives, all instructions of the party, and C, lack of respect to the decisions of the party and organs of the party.
The move comes before the Jubilee's National Delegates Conference called for by President Uhuru Kenyatta, slated to take place this coming week on Monday, which the faction says will be unconstitutional.
We have only one Jubilee. There is no NDC on Monday, and this is a team that has been following the law. And we are just awaiting what the Registrar of Political Parties is going to forward by next week.
Kwamba Uhuru Kenyatta akufuata taratibu na mpangilio na sheria ya chama kuitisha mkutano huo. Kumaanisha mkutano utakayoitishwa Jumatatu ikifanyika itakuwa ni mkutano wa kisiasa, haitakuwa mkutano wa chama.
Jeremiah Kioni, however, insists that the NDC will go on as planned, dismissing the move by the Kega-led faction.
Members of the public, members of Jubilee, the delegates, that our delegates meeting is on Monday, just like we had announced, and tomorrow we'll tell them the actual venue. We do this because we know the behavior of those people and the executive. They have not been keen to get NDC moving. They have not been keen to get Jubilee.
The party followers have been treated to leadership struggles within the top members in recent months, the latest being in April, where the 2 factions clashed at their former party headquarters at Dick Gardens in Kileleshwa, leading to the property's owner ordering the party to leave the premises, claiming that they had violated the lease terms. Brian Amoy, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Thank you, Mai, for the details. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has promised to remove middlemen from the coffee sector. Speaking in Nyeri County, the DP called for a 3-day coffee stakeholders conference in Meru to address the challenges facing the sector.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has promised that the government will firmly address brokers and middlemen in the coffee production chain to improve the farmers' situation.
Iko mabroka katikati ya mkulima na mwenye kukunywa kahawa ndio wanakula pesa ya wakulima, na wamefinya wakulima miaka mingi. Rais wetu William Ruto alinipatia jukumu niongoze hii vita ya kuondoa hii watu karibu 17 iko kati ya mkulima na mkunywaji wa kahawa, wote ni waondoe. Ndio ile kitu walikuwa wanakula hapo katikati, hiyo watu 17 irudi kwa mkulima.
Furthermore, he mentioned that the coffee conference will take place in Meru from June 6th to 8th this year, and expected attendees include government officials, members of parliament, coffee farmers, and others.
Kwa hivyo tuko na coffee conference ya stakeholders wote katika Kenya. Tutakuwa siku 3 pale Meru. Wajumbe wote watakuwa pale, maseneta wote, magavana, wakulima, wauzaji, marketers, kila mtu atakuwa pale. Na baada ya hizo siku 3 tutaamua ni nini tutafanya.
Regarding the ongoing operation against illicit alcohol in the central region of Kenya, leaders from Nyeri County and national government officials have commended the exercise. Lydia Mweri, Lookuptv.
And that story takes us to a very fast break here on the program. This is Look Up Weekend. Keep your comments and your feedback coming in. I'll be sampling some of that after the break. Don't go too far.
They are perceived as superhumans gracing the runways. They are seen on billboards and ads. But who exactly are they, and are their lives as perfect as it seems to many?
Sometimes there is no car, sometimes there is cash.
Bruce Madenge Man of the World 2023.
I was Mr. Machakos, I was Mr. Maraka, I was Mr. Glam International, until I became Man of the World Kenya.
Paints the picture of the life of a male model in a third world country.
The judge is like a male model. How can there be a male model? Are you straight? Are you gay?
This Saturday at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Modeling started